So, just want you to know, this is actually not a religious song, despite the entire thing sounding so. It's just lyrics. Calm down. Okay? Alright. Devil to the left, devil to the right. Satan laughs from above with delight. You've lost the battle before you even fought the fight. Yeah. Satan's come to collect his toll, but you're hidden your spirit away in a hole. Now your spiral of depression spun you right on out of control. So step out of the cell that holds your mind and unshackle the cuffs that grip your soul. Step out of the cell that holds your mind and unshackle the cuffs that grip your soul. Yeah. Get ready for the rain. Embrace before the pain. If you don't break even, you'll go insane. You got nothing to lose and everything left to gain. Yeah, Satan's come to collect his toll, but you're hidden your spirit away in a hole. Now your spiral of depression spun you right on out of control. So step out of the cell that holds your mind and unshackle the cuffs that grip your soul. Better learn to reconcile with how you behaved in the last while before you find yourself on trial, explaining why you've been so vile. Cause when you're at the pearly gates, it's way too late to fight your fate. Sitting at the pearly gates, it's far too late to fight your fate. Satan laughs from above with delight. You lost the battle before you fought the fight. Satan's come to collect his toll, but you're hidden your spirit away in a hole. Now your spiral of depression spun you right on out of control. So step out of the cell that holds your mind and unshackle the cuffs that grip your soul. Step out of the cell that holds your mind and unshackle the cuffs that grip your soul. This is the real life of James Heaney, and I happen to be the real James Heaney. This is So, you did not see the original VEDA that I recorded for today. Originally, I recorded a very personal video where I was slightly emotional, and after looking at it, I was like, three things. First of all, people aren't coming to me to see my emotional side, I don't think. Number two, some of these things are out of context, so when I looked at it, it's like, if you're not familiar with the situation, I don't think that the story makes sense. And number three, I don't necessarily want the general public of my friends to hear it, which I say in the video. But I decided that what I'd do is I'd hide it like a secret Easter egg track. So if you're seeing this, I'll tell you where to jump to, which is at 8 minutes flat. Don't put it in the comment section. Let people find it if they find it. If they don't, they don't. Hello, I'm James Heaney. It's been one of those days. I don't even know if I wanted to record this video. Really not actually a bad day. I don't know why I tear up on it. The past 3 years I've been coaching a group called Party Orchestra. It's had probably about 12 people rotate through the cast over the past 3 years. The majority of them, the last time we had an audition was over a year, 2 years. And it's like a family to me. It's the first group that I had ever coached that was a team performing, where I got to see the results of the coaching and directing that I did go up on stage. And it's been amazing, because when I walked into that, I had taught classes and I had coached people that were on the side of these teams, but I had never been the coach of a team that was a house team for a theater. I had been on house teams, and it's a cool thing to be part of a house team on a theater. But we've had some changes. In the past, there was a time where we lost like 3 of the members, and it was just to the verge where if you lose half or more of your team, you change the name of your team, because the people coming into that team want to have ownership, and if half of the people aren't there, they deserve to be part of the naming of that team. It just makes you feel like more of a family. If there's 1 or 2 people coming into the team, you can keep the name, but you need to embrace those players as if there is no difference. There can be no difference between new performers, and if there is, it's not going to work. Hazing is something that I don't believe works in any scenario. But when you're dealing with improv, you need complete trust and you need complete support from and to all of the players. So when a team we got kind of close like that. I guess it's about 2 years ago, we had pulled in 3 new members at the same time. And we had to decide, do we want to keep the name Ghost Party, or do we want to change the name to Ghost Party Orchestra? Well, it wasn't to Ghost Party Orchestra, it was, do we want to change the name? So I thought it was fair to bring it up to the group, and the group had decided that they would change the name. So what we decided is instead of changing it completely, we would just make it bigger, make it longer, make it larger, which is what we turned Ghost Party into Ghost Party Orchestra. And it was a really great team. Technically, I guess it was a really great team. My hopes is that this is not news that wasn't supposed to go out, but I feel like it's already out, and it's important to me, and I am moved. It's not a sad thing. I think it's a good thing. So, nonetheless, some of the performers that had been on the team for 3 years knew, or I don't know if it's necessarily that they knew, but auditions are coming up for the theater. So as people go through the program, if they get past level 3 or 4, they are allowed to audition. And it's tough to get on a house team. There is usually over 100 people in the pool of who's getting cast, and sometimes maybe like 8 or 9 spots available for it. So a couple of these members were like, I've grown a lot. I want to study at such and such place. I'm living in such and such area. Now it's time to step down. And I think that that's great, because these people have been 100% dedicated until the very end. And it is the great time to do it. I'm not losing my job of being a coach. I'm going to have a brand new experience. I don't know who I'll be coaching. The auditions are this weekend. But it is tough. It's tough to look back and think of all the things that we've accomplished. But at the same time, it's like, this is probably a gross exaggeration, but it's like the Big Bang. You got a whole bunch of amazingness right here, and then all of a sudden, boom, it goes all over the place. And I feel like that's what's happening, because even the people that are stepping down out of Ghost Party Orchestra and not doing improv right now, they're moving on to other things that I think are equally as important. I know they're equally as important. Some of them are focusing on their stand-up, because when you're doing improv, you're rehearsing one day a week, you're performing one day a week. It makes it tough to go out to those stand-up open mics. So a couple of people are dedicating themselves into that. Some of them are dedicating themselves into doing like film and multimedia. One of us are studying at the Groundlings. And those are really important things that I think that when they go, the things that hopefully I've endowed with them, they're going to be able to move on and bring to a whole new group of people. And at the same time, like, I love the people that I've been working with, but I've been working with them for 3 years. And while I was a credible and able coach at the beginning, I was nowhere near as experienced at the start of this as I am now. I've grown with them. And to my advantage, I've learned so many tricks, and it's difficult for me to keep up new things over a 3-year period. But now whatever team comes to me next, I will be so much stronger because of the experience I had with Ghost Party Orchestra. And I'll be able to go through all of the things that I've done in the past that when I brought them to Ghost Party Orchestra, GPO as I call them, it was exciting. I didn't know if it would work. Some of the things didn't work. But now I have a book filled with exercises that I've created and curated to focus on one part of improv or one part of theater on stage. And I'm going to look amazing in front of this group of new improvisers that are working with me. And I guarantee I will never make it seem like it's all me that has done this, because I'm only the puzzle that has been created by the people that have affected me till now. And there's been a lot of influences on my comedy, but I can't say that there's anything stronger than this group that I've been working with. I feel like I brought them a lot. It was what we call a symbiotic relationship, like the bird picking the food out of an alligator's teeth. I mean, I do feel like they've walked away a lot stronger working with me, but I have become such a better performer, a better coach, a better director, and a better person. When you're working with the same group of people for that long in a situation where you need complete trust, you connect to them and take little pieces of their personality, and it's fantastic. So I'm excited about what's going to happen next, but I'm not going to lie, I'm very sentimental right now. It's not what I thought was going to be in this VEDA. And it's not particularly the kind of VEDA I want people that know me very well to see, because this is more of the type of thing I like strangers to know about me. Is that not weird? Is that not weird? I think it is. Well, I'll keep you up to date on what's happening with the new team that I have. And maybe this weekend, if I can get it all together, I'll make some sort of montage video of some fantastic stuff that GPO has done in the past.